What is up, fight fans? It is your boy, 12 Gauge Shotgun Luby. I'm back yet again, and we're going to talk about Ring of Combat live on December 1st. We're going to talk with a special guest today, and I am so excited to have her. We are going to have Rebecca Carnage Rampage Brigham. I'm so sorry, I forgot the last name. Let's bring in Rebecca. Rebecca, how
Hey,
are you
how are
doing
you?
today?
I'm good. I'm great. How
Now,
are you?
Rebecca, I'm good. I'm good. Now, Rebecca, it's been a while since a lot of people seen you in the cage.
Yeah, it's been a year, man. It's been a long time.
Yes. Now let's get to that. The last time everyone saw you in the cage, it was Flex Fight Series back in September, where you fought Samantha. Forgot her last name. Irrelevant right now. There was a lot of controversy behind that fight. Can we iterate on what was going on between that?
Sure, absolutely. I would love to tell you what happened. So, pretty much what happened was when I was in the cage in the first round, they DQ'd me because they thought I threw an illegal knee, which they made no contact with her head. My knee hit her hand, and I was timing it as she lifted her hips up to get up off the floor. So I knew I was if I didn't time it right, it would have been, judged badly. So with that being said, I hit her hand and it hit her face. Her hand hit her face and she said, ow. And, the whole controversy was that she was bitching and moaning about that I hit her, kneed her in the face, playing like she got stunned and stuff. But, half the crowd told me after I got out the cage, like, yo, you won that fight. That girl did not want that. She didn't want the smoke. So, I had to send overturn paper to overturn the fight because it was just an unfair decision. And I rightfully so won that fight within the first round. So it got overturned to a TKO. Took like about a month or two for it to get looked at. But there's screenshots and video clips of every angle showing I did not make contact with her head. So it was judged poorly. It was judged poorly.
Yes, I was actually at that fight and watching the
I
fight.
think I saw you there too.
Yes,
That's why I'm like, why does it look so familiar?
yes, you completely dominated the fight, and then after, it was great acting. I give Samantha that. It was
Oh
great,
yeah,
great
great
acting.
acting. She should go to acting in movies and still do jujitsu. Don't get me wrong, like she took me down in the first round and but I got up and I roll with good guys, I roll with tough people, girls and guys. So I got the training in to defend against that.
Now, what got you into the sport of mixed martial arts?
Honestly, when I was younger, I got picked on and bullied a lot. So I wanted a way to defend myself and not feel so helpless. And throughout my teenage years and my early 20s, I went through abusive relationships, all the whole ship all of things. But I really loved martial arts ever since I was younger. I played video games like Devil May Cry. I played like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all these violent video games. I'm a gamer at heart. So but I love horror movies, all the kung fu movies. I've always been a fan of it, of the martial arts community. And I always told myself when I was younger, I'm going to become a real life Mortal Kombat character. And I did. So here I am. Like,
Well, especially with the cool nickname Carnage Rampage. Please, I really want to know, where did that come from? Because I really love that nickname.
I'm glad you asked. So the nickname Carnage Rampage. So first it stuck as Rebecca Rampage when I was in high school. My best friend at the time, shout out to Nicole Hodges, um, she gave me the name when we were making MySpace accounts. And we were looking to like she smoked a lot of cigarettes back in the day. So she said, oh, I'm gonna put Nikki Nicotine. I'm like, oh my God, you're so cliche. And then so I'm like, what about me? What are we gonna think of? And she's like, Rebecca Ravenous. I'm like, nah, it's got to be a little shorter. It's got to roll off the tongue right. So I was like, wait, Rebecca Rampage, and it just stuck ever since I was in high school. And the Carnage part came from because I love superheroes, I love supervillains, I love comic books. I'm a real nerd at heart. I go to cosplay conventions and cosplay myself. My one of my favorite supervillains, aside from Venom from Spider-Man, is Carnage. So,
Obviously, who doesn't love Carnage?
yeah, like he's the symbiote, the whole symbiotes, all of them are my favorites. So,
I love the movie what they did with Venom and Carnage. I think it
oh,
was
it was so
very
good.
amazing.
Oh yeah, that what's his name? Freaking Woody Harrelson. He played a
Yeah,
really good Carnage. I was impressed.
yeah, it's hard shoes to fill, but Woody Harrison did it very, very well.
Yeah, yeah,
So now let's get to it. You're fighting at Ring of Combat. Obviously, a lot of people who don't know about Ring of Combat, it's a Lou Neglia show. Lou Neglia, one of the biggest icons there is in the martial arts world, and you're facing Lauren Bracia. She's
yeah.
0-2. She's 0-2, but she does have a pro kickboxing ring, a kickboxing ring back in April. How do you preparing for a person with basically a multitude of fights?
You train everything. You train it all. You train jujitsu, you train wrestling, you train kickboxing. I do the same thing. I do it all. So it's going to be a very even match, and I'm very happy about that. I've been training hard. I don't take any credit away from her. I'm sure she's training as well. I respect everyone that gets in the cage with me and whoever gets in the cage with each other. It's a sport, and I'm here to dominate.
That's good. That's good. Now with the gym, if I'm not mistaken, on Flex, you wasn't training with Vamos. You was actually with another team. If I'm wrong, what
Yeah.
led to that gym change?
Pretty much what led to that is my last gym was just a jujitsu gym. So I wanted to really focus throughout the past year when I was coming back from an injury earlier this year to work on my ground game a lot more, which I did, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. But my main discipline is MMA. So I chose to look for another MMA gym, and my coach at the time from that gym, Rich Corfage, he told me, I think it's best you go to this gym since they have everything there for you. But, you're always welcome to come train and come hang with the guys and roll around and get a few rolls in. So very, very good. Leaving there, it wasn't any animosity. There's nothing, no drama. It's all good, into my best interests, all good things.
Now you're training at Vamos. Obviously, Vamos, one of the top schools there are. You have Sensei Moses. Then you have guys like Bloody Valentine. You have a lot of training partners, especially two of your partners in Ryan Jarena and Mike Basil, who are about to turn pro probably later this year or next year. What is that like having that type of that leadership with you? Somebody who has so many already experience as a pro.
It's amazing, man. You get all different little things from every each and everybody. Like they teach you something a little different about yourself, and training with them, they're different bodies, so different styles as well, like different techniques. But it's amazing. I mean, I'm training with a lot tougher people, the girls too. It's just been a wild ride. I can't even explain in words because this gym has probably been like, how do I put this in words? The most that I have had, like, feel like a home.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really show that they care, and they really show they put the time into each other. And I'm not taking away from any other of my past gyms. I'm not, but this is the gym that I feel the most comfortable at. You
Vamos
know?
is such a heartwarming, like
Yeah,
family home. You could tell like Sensei Moses and everyone at Vamos from
they
uh
really give a
from
they
Mike and them, they
really give a
care.
fuck.
And it seems
They
like y'all
really do.
all hang out with each other after training too, a little bit.
Yes. And honestly, to be real, I've been to plenty of gyms on Long Island. I've been to Long Island MMA back in like 2021, and I've been to plenty of them, like East Coast MMA. All these gyms I've learned a little something from, and I'm grateful for that. But times change, and you have to know when it's time to evolve. It's time to grow. It's time to move on to the next stepping stone in my life. So, with that being said, all these techniques and these people that I've learned from combined is making me the best fighter I can be. So I really am grateful for that.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely. Rebecca, um, let's talk about your amateur career. Obviously, you were 2-1 as an amateur, but your pro career has actually been pretty impressive too. Look at your first pro fight. You fought Elise Reed, who is
Yeah,
now in the UFC. So
yeah,
you fought some tough, very tough competition since day one.
yes, I have. And even as an amateur, even just kickboxing fights, I fought one of these fights I remember till the day I die. This one girl, Jillian Bosserdet, she is a lead Muay Thai instructor in her Tampa gym. And I remember that fight. She she won that fight fair and square, but she was a tough fight for me. She really challenged me, and it really took my perspective to a whole new level. And amongst other fighters, Elise Reed, shout out to her. Good for her doing her thing. Proud of her making it UFC. I'm going to make it there next. I'm up and coming. I'm not stopping. Whoever's next in my path is just the obstacle that I need to get past. And that's that. It's just been a long journey. It really has. And that's why they call it a journey.
Now you're fighting in Atlantic City. It's typical for you and your opponent. It's not really a hometown advantage.
No.
Both of you are obviously New York, home and bred New York people. What is it like to fight on a stage like Ring of Combat, but it's not in your hometown?
It's a new experience. I think it's awesome. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm excited. I've actually fought on what is it, Combat at the Capitale as an amateur on another one of Lou Niglia's amateur shows.
Yes.
So that was an experience in itself, and I was looking forward to the future for when I went pro, and here I am now, and now I manifested that. I'm manifesting bigger and better promotions that I'm fighting on that are really gonna hype me up or give me more exposure. So I'm really grateful for that, and it's going to be a wild ride.
Yes, most definitely. Rebecca, besides, being a huge, anime nerd,
Oh yeah.
comic book person, what is Rebecca like outside the cage? Because obviously, inside the cage, you're Carnage itself. So
Yeah.
what do you, besides going to comic conventions, everything, what do you like outside the cage? Like, what are your other talents?
Honestly, I love doing cosplaying. I love doing makeup. As you can see, I went to makeup school. I go to college right now for fashion and business of cannabis. I'm doing big things. I'm becoming an entrepreneur. I like to play video games from here and there, but not so much as I used to. I like to go hiking. I like to go in nature. I like to do all types of different new experiences. I like to do the same thing over and over again too much because it gets redundant. But only things that I'm really truly passionate about that really resonate with me is what I'm going for and what
That's
I
good.
do.
That's good. That's good. Now, Rebecca, obviously, a lot of people want to know what has changed about Rebecca in the past year, especially coming with your upcoming fight.
A lot, dude. That's such a crazy question because a lot has changed in a year. Like from the way I've thought, from the way I approach people, from the way I fight, from the way I do things and I look for solutions, and the way I instead of reacting to things and let's say trials and tribulations, there's you rather respond than react, because if you react you just get yourself in a rut, and that's no good, and you get stressed out, and stress causes bad things. So with that being said, a lot has changed.
Yes, we are now officially on the countdown. We're about couple of weeks away from your fight. A couple of weeks. We have December 1st, obviously. Are you looking forward to this fight? Are you looking past this fight? What is Rebecca's
Oh, I'm
mindset?
looking for it. I'm focused at the task at hand, and the task at hand is to beat that butt. And right now, though, I'm concentrating on my diet. I'm pretty much like 10 pounds away. That's it. Comes off like water. I'm very healthy. I feel strong. I feel good. I feel confident. Everything's on the up, man. That's all I gotta say.
Don't want to
And
give
I know
too much. Don't
I
want to
keep
give too much
repeating
away.
certain things, but like this is how I feel. This is me. Like it's just so much, even from my past. Like I'm not the same person, and I feel unrecognizable, and that's a good thing because
Yeah.
I want to be known as the person that was known back 7, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the same woman. I'm really not. So with that being said, what you see is what you get with me.
Yeah.
So
This
and
actually wasn't one of the questions that I was gonna ask you, but I love your neck tattoo. Like honestly,
oh,
where
thank
where
you.
where did you get it?
I got this actually how many years ago? I'm so bad with dates, but like it would have to be probably like 6 years ago. I got this, and I got this up in by Westchester area. This guy Chuck Olaf, he specializes in Viking knotwork tattoos, and he does all types of stuff. But his specialty is Viking stuff. So you go to his studio, and he's got like half of the studio is like Star Wars, and half of it's Viking. So it's like you're in the middle between the past and the future, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, that this didn't hurt too bad. The middle hurt a little more than the sides, but yeah, it took like 3.5 hours each session.
3.5. Oof.
Yeah.
It's well worth it though. Well worth it.
Oh yeah, that's like my max I can sit for tattoos. Like these people that go for like a full day, I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I can't sit there for a full day. My arm will like just get numb, and I'm just gonna be like a noodle arm or something like that. Like,
Some people could do it. They got a talent for that. I,
yeah.
I personally can't. Obviously, I know you're excited for Ring of Combat. Do you see yourself in the near future coming back to New York, especially on Flex, competing, hopefully for a women's title?
Maybe if they pay me what I'm worth.
Chris Machi, if you're watching, you heard what she said. If she's worth it, and I
Yeah,
think she's definitely worth
because
it. Main event
I'm,
status,
I'm
you
I'm
already know.
real, and I'm as blunt as I can be because I honestly don't care anymore. um, that last fight, that payment was not okay. That was straight up not okay. And I've been down this freaking MMA world, kickboxing, martial arts world for a long ass time. And rightfully so, I should earn what I'm deserved. So, you know, I'm worth it. I bring a show, I bring people, I'm marketable, you know? So what do you got to lose really except for money? Like let's
Actually,
be
yeah, you actually have been for a long time. Looking at your stats, actually, your last amateur fight was actually my amateur debut on Triton Fights.
oh
You fought
shit.
Elena DeFranco.
That's awesome.
So that's actually a good thing. So your last amateur was my first amateur. So you basically in the game for a very long time now. Watching you turn pro, watching that growth is honestly amazing, and I cannot wait for what's next. Ring of Combat is obviously right up there. Is it on your list, or is it just like it doesn't matter as long as you have an opponent?
What do you mean? Say that again. I'm sorry.
Like the list of shows you want to compete on, or it doesn't matter as long as you have a high level opponent.
Oh, I have a bunch of shows in mind. Like me and Moises planned it all out. We were talking about it. We have a lot of things. 2024 is not ready. It's gonna be bananas, and I'm so excited because I am ready to rock and roll. And I have Invicta in my sights. I have Combate Global in my sights. I have a lot of different ones, maybe even internationally. I'm trying to do big things here, man. Like I'm not trying to stay as a big fish in a little pond like most people, and it's comfort's a slow death and it kills. So if you want to grow and evolve, get out of your comfort zone or just die slow. Either
All
way.
the women in Invicta, watch out for Carnage Rampage. She is no joke.
Thank you.
Rebecca, is there anything you want to say to anybody, to anyone? Give shout out to sponsors and anyone. This is your time. The floor is yours.
So I want to shout out to my gym and my teammates. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I will continue this journey with you guys. I love you guys. We're gonna make it. We're gonna win big next year. The world ain't ready. And shout out to Blau pre-workout. Thank you. And Bucked Up. I am a ambassador now. So if you want any discount code for any drinks or pre-workout supplements, any of that good stuff. Just I have the links. They're in my Instagram on the website link page, and you'll just catch it there. So
Okay, okay. Well, Rebecca, I know you're a busy person. I know you have a lot. You still got training to go, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I appreciate you for coming on, and I cannot wait to see
yeah,
you at Ring of Combat.
thank you so much, dude. It was a pleasure. It really was.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. I hope you enjoy your day.
You too. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rebecca Carnage Rampage Brigham. I am excited for her fight on December 1st. Get tickets. If you want to actually watch her bring some carnage, hit her up on Facebook, on Instagram. She probably has a Snapchat. Get it and come out and support no matter what. Always support your local fighters, whether you like them or not. Obviously, Rebecca is a hometown favorite. She is one of the best. So reach out, get your tickets. Don't miss this event. Ring of Combat live December 1st in Atlantic, New Jersey. You don't want to miss it. Guys, this is all the time that I have today. I will catch y'all on another day. Till then, Cage Libby signing off.